What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? It's your boy Q, aka Uncle Quan. Happy holidays, fam. I appreciate you guys pulling up to the channel as always. Hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday season. Hope you got a chance to spend some time with some family. Hope y'all had some good food, good eating, and all that good stuff. Now it is time to get back into it, man. It's been a hot minute since I chopped it up with you guys and had a film review session. So we do for one, y'all. I put out a poll for you guys recently. I wanted you guys to let me know who should we talk about next, and of course, anytime I include Bryce Young in a poll, you guys seem to unanimously vote for him, man. He pretty much took over the poll, so obviously we got to talk about him. You guys voted for him, so I'm going to do exactly what the community wants me to do. With that being said, before we go ahead and get into this thing, man, make sure you guys slap that like button for your boy. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video on the channel, man. We got a lot of stuff going on this off season, so you don't want to miss it, man. Make sure you hit that notification bell for your boy. First off, guys, we got to clear the air about my stance with Bryce Young, man. I had a chance to float around with different podcasts recently, and it seems to be some heavy stances on Bryce Young, whether you love him or hate him. There's no in between. People either love him or they absolutely hate his fucking guts, man. But where I stand, man, I'm really just a guy who's gonna keep it real, man. Obviously, if you follow the channel, you see how I talk about Bryce Young or any player on the channel. I'm gonna talk about the good and the bad. And obviously, as a fan of the Carolina Panthers, I want you to succeed, and I'm going to tell you what you should do, or what I think you should do, in my opinion, in order to be a successful player at your respective position. So in my opinion with Bryce Young, do I like him personally? Yes, I do, but that does not come with a biased standpoint on Bryce Young. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. I'm going to give you my exact hypothesis, and I'm going to give you video proof on exactly what I see. I'm literally going to bring you the exact evidence that I see on film, and I'm going to tell you what exactly I'm seeing and what I think we should do going forward. That's just what my channel is based off of. It hasn't been anything different, and it's not going to change. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. I've actually had a person tell me that one of my videos were wrong. I don't understand how you can really sit here and watch video evidence and say it's wrong. It's literally like me showing you I got 2 rocks and I'm combining it with another 2 rocks, and I'm telling you I got 4 rocks, and I'm showing you that I got 4 rocks, and you just like, nah, I don't like the number 4, so you're wrong. Bitch, what the? Now, all jokes aside, fam, I speak on criticism when criticism is due, and obviously I give praise where praise is due. So it's really no different from each other. I'm going to just keep it a band with you. Regardless, guys, you are not going to get a perfect rookie quarterback in the first year of his NFL career, man. I mean, yeah, we see quarterbacks come in here and thrive in their first year. We see quarterbacks come in here and struggle their first year. But you also got to look at the situation around it. Who's coaching them? What's the personnel? What's the system like? Is the scheme working? It's a lot of factors that play into whether this quarterback will succeed immediately. You also got different paths with quarterbacks. I mean, some quarterbacks will start off struggling and then they'll start out succeeding like maybe the following year. Maybe it'll take a couple years for them to develop. Maybe they'll never be good. I mean, it just depends on the system that they're in. I mean, do they have that help around them? Obviously, this is 11 on 11 football. You can't do it all yourself.
This is why he needs help.
Yeah.
Because he played a game that was good enough to win.
Yeah.
Protected the football, didn't have no turnovers, and still you lose.
Obviously, we have had a young quarterback who's gone through a plethora of adversity throughout the duration of the season, and it started with the head coach who was previously fired from the Indianapolis Colts, who came in here and was supposed to change around the franchise in the first year. Obviously, when it comes to Frank Reich, man, we saw a coach that was very stubborn and stuck in his ways. He did not use the player strengths around him. He barely even used the players. I mean, there was a lot of healthy scratches throughout the season. We wondered why Blackshear wasn't playing. We wondered why Smith Marset wasn't utilized. It was a lot of different things that we saw out of Frank. We saw a coach that was very questionable with play calling, very forgetful with play calling, didn't even know his personnel was in or out of the game. He literally told the media that he forgot a player was in and he called a player for him, and it was just a huge mess with Frank Reich, man. So you got this guy who is supposed to coach a rookie quarterback who's learning a whole new system in the National Football League versus college, trying to translate to the NFL, trying to learn defenses, trying to learn the ways of NFL, and you got Frank Reich in this guy's ear trying to coach him up. And obviously with Frank Reich, we saw him hold the play calling reins early in the season, and then he decided to hand it over to his offensive coordinator Thomas Brown, only to then take the offensive coordinator back. And then after his firing, well, we back with Thomas Brown calling the plays.
What the fuck?
So you got different guys in your ear throughout the duration of the season, telling you what plays to run, giving you advice throughout the season or throughout the duration of the game, and telling you exactly how you should run these plays. Imagine that for a rookie quarterback who is still learning the system. And now fast forward, you're looking at a completely different head coach who's in his ear, and Chris Tabor, who's obviously the interim head coach, to fill in for Frank Rice after his firing. So imagine that. You got all these guys in your ear telling you the play calling, telling you how to run the plays, telling you literally how to run the game, all in your first year. Oh, and not to mention, we had an offensive line who struggled for the majority of the season and was bottom tier in the league when it comes to pass protection. We had an offensive line that went through multiple rotations, multiple injuries, and you have to really build a rapport with your offensive line, and literally you have to learn different protection calls, you have to learn different audibles with all these different offensive linemen. And again, these guys are struggling to protect a young quarterback throughout the duration of the season. And you also got a wide receiver group that's not necessarily the best in the league, man. We were really bottom tier when it came to separation, and the chart shows it, man. The numbers don't lie. We struggled with separation throughout the duration of the season, and the play calling definitely didn't help. I mean, you looked at the route tree. The route tree was very questionable. These guys are running like 20 yards down the field, and it took way too long to develop, and that didn't help when it came to protecting a young quarterback. And not to mention, you got a 33-year-old who's typically a slot guy, maybe a number 3, number 4 guy who's supposed to complement other receivers, who's actually our number 1 guy. So let that sink in for a minute. Adam Thielen is the best weapon on this team. And then going back to a young quarterback in Bryce Young, you've seen a lot of issues with footwork issues. And I mean, you could blame Josh McCown, you could blame Bryce Young. It don't matter who you blame. He has some indecisiveness, holding the ball too long. He's had those rookie struggles throughout the duration of the season, and it's very evident when you look at the film. You add all these issues up, and what do you get? You get a bad season. You only get 2 wins throughout the duration of the season. You get a lack of chemistry with your quarterback and your receivers, a lack of trust. No matter how you see the situation from your perspective, Bryce Young is a product of the Carolina Panthers, meaning he is literally going through a teaching point through multiple people throughout the duration of his rookie season. Now, whatever your stance is on Bryce Young, I'm not here to convince you to believe in him. I'm not here to change your opinion, but in reality, this is our guy. This is the guy that they chose to invest in. This is the guy that they picked. This is the guy that they traded a lot of draft capital for. So he's going to be our guy for the next maybe 2 or 3 years. And regardless of how you see it, whether you like him or not, if you want this team to succeed, you have to build around this quarterback, because again, this is going to be the guy. So it's not up to us as fans. It's up to these guys up there in the front office. If you want to be a successful franchise, again, you have to build around your quarterback. That starts with coaching. You got to get him consistent coaching. You got to get him some players that he can build rapport with and build chemistry with and build some trust. You know what I mean? You have to build around this quarterback. This is 11-on-11 football. You can't do it yourself. I don't really care what kind of quarterback we're getting out of Bryce Young. We don't know if he's going to be a game changer. We don't know if he's going to be a game manager. It don't fucking matter. I just want to win. And I know you fans want to do the same thing. And we're tired of losing, man. So regardless of how you look at it, we all tired of losing. So what can we do moving forward to help out our franchise quarterback and this entire franchise and turn this thing around? We got to build around Bryce Young. Despite a horrific start with the Carolina Panthers throughout this season, we are starting to slowly see a turnaround late in this season, man. We're starting to see Chris Tabor figure something out. Are we starting to see this young quarterback get comfortable? Are we starting to see that clutch gene that we talked about earlier in our film breakdown when we broke down this college film? Are we starting to see something different with this franchise, or is these last 2 games just a fluke? We are going to talk about all of that and more, fam, but right now we are here to talk about our recent game against the Green Bay Packers, our most competitive game of the season, putting up 30 points, and something we haven't really been seeing throughout the duration of the season: competitiveness and resilience from our Carolina Panthers. Let's go ahead and get into the film breakdown. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Y'all already know what to do by now. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Alright guys, if you guys are new to the channel, we usually go over the good and the bad with the film study. We usually start out with the bad first and then we finish off with the good, but here we're going to mix it around. We're going to talk about the good and the bad, the good and the bad. We're going to mix it around. He had 35 pass attempts. We're not going to go over all 35 pass attempts. We're going to go over maybe about 18 or 20 of these throws. We're going to talk about what he did good. We're going to talk about what he struggled with. We're going to talk about his footwork issues, and we're also going to talk about those throws that he missed. So let's go ahead and get into this first play. Right here, we're obviously spreading out the Green Bay Packers defense, and Bryce Young delivers an absolute strike to Tommy Tremble. Let's talk about it. All right, so on this play, I want you to take a look at Tommy Tremble, who's lined up in the slot right here at tight end, right? We're obviously spreading out the Green Bay Packers, and Bryce Young delivers a strike right here, but look at the route by Tommy Tremble. Look at the route he runs on this linebacker right here. Absolutely freezes this linebacker, gets him running in circles, really, and Bryce Young delivers that strike only where Tommy Tremble can get it, where he can run in stride and get yaks. So let's talk about it. All right, take a look at Tremble. Fakes that out route and then cuts right back inside. Easy delivery for Bryce Young. That's way too easy when you got a tight end, a big target, running a route like that. I mean, take a look at it from this angle. Tommy Tremble's right here, lined up at the slot. Tommy Tremble takes this linebacker out the screen, cuts right back inside. That ball is delivered only where Tommy Tremble can get it, where he can run after the catch. So beautiful delivery by Bryce Young. Let's take a look at his footwork. Take a look at the footwork real quick. He had time. He only got 4 guys coming, plenty of time in the pocket. He got time to look at his progressions, go through his progressions really fast, and he delivered that strike to Tommy Tremble. This is a beautiful play, beautiful protection by the Carolina Panthers offensive line, something we've rarely seen throughout the duration of this season. All right, let's talk about this next throw. Once again, we're spreading them out. We got 3 wide receivers, got a tight end by himself down here at the bottom of your screen. Now take a look at this corner right here. Look how far he's sagging off. This is going to be an easy out route for Sullivan to run. Sullivan, number 84, at the bottom of your screen. So watch the route he runs throughout this play. But take a look at the throw by Bryce Young. So right here, the anticipation is there. I mean, he let this ball go as soon as Sullivan made his break. So watch the release. That ball is already out. Now the problem with this throw, Bryce Young puts way too much on it, and he misses Sullivan. So I'm going to let it run real quick, let you guys see for yourself. This is just a pure miss by Bryce Young. This is a missed opportunity. This should be a first down. So take a look at it again. Green Bay is bringing 5. There's nobody in Bryce Young's face. Clean pocket. Bryce Young just misses. I'm not going to make no excuses for Bryce Young. This is a clean pocket. I mean, obviously all year we've been talking about how he hasn't had a clean pocket. But right here, there's no excuses. He gave you a beautiful route. The corner gave you plenty of room to make that throw, and he simply just misses it. He put too much on it. This is a hurtful miss right here, man. All right, so you got these shallow routes. Bryce Young, look at the ball placement. All right, so let's rewind this real quick. Take a look at the ball location from Bryce Young to DJ Chark. DJ Chark, as soon as he come out of his break, that ball is already in his face. This ball, obviously you got 3 guys in this area. Look, 1, 2, 3. You got 3 guys in this area. You throw this ball in front of him, 35 is going to make a play. Or 34 right here, he's going to make a play on that ball. You throw this a little further ahead, he's going to make a play on this ball. But the ball location is exactly where DJ Chark can stop, turn around, get it at highest point, and protect himself from the hit. Only where DJ Chark can get it. You got 3 guys in this area. You got to throw this ball only where DJ Chark can get it, man. This is a beautiful throw by Bryce Young. I would have liked to see Bryce Young go to Adam Thielen right here. Adam Thielen definitely has room for yards at the catch. But Bryce Young, obviously, he saw something in DJ Chark. He put it up there for DJ Chark to get it. Hey, when it works out, it works out. But, I mean, I'll say take the easy option. You got Adam Thielen coming across. I think that's pretty easy for you to see. Bryce Young is a quarterback that can anticipate those type of throws. But also, from this angle, I want you to look at how Bryce Young slides the pocket. Now watch how Bryce Young slides to his left. That's a beautiful pocket presence, man. Sliding to his left and delivering a strike to DJ Chark. Again, I would like to see him take the better option with Adam Thielen. But hey, if it works, it works, man. So let's move on. All right, so if we fast forward to this play right here, fam, this is something that we rarely use throughout this season. This is something I've been banging the table for, something I actually expected to see moving into this season, given that offensive coordinator Thomas Brown come from the regime of Sean McDermott, who actually utilizes motion a lot in his system. So right here, we use Adam Thielen in the the slot. Adam Thielen is going to be brought in motion over here to this side. Basically trying to create a matchup, trying to give the quarterback a look at zone or man coverage. So what this does is open up the middle of the field because this linebacker right here is going to slide inside with Adam Thielen. So let's let this play run out and let's talk about it. Adam Thielen is in motion. This linebacker slides in the middle. The linebacker has to make a decision. So, boom. Easy strike for Bryce Young down the middle to Adam Thielen. Now, what this play does, these guys are just clearing. These guys at the top of your screen, they're just clearing. And Adam Thielen is going to run like a deep shallow inside. And that's an easy delivery for Bryce Young. And this is a beautiful delivery too. Clean pocket. Boom. Give Bryce Young time. Give him separation from your receivers. This is what you get. All right, guys. Moving forward to this play right here. Obviously, we're spreading out the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are in man coverage on this play. So we're running a 3-by-2 formation. Take a look right here at the top of your screen to my guy, Smith-Marsette. Smith-Marsette is a guy who we brought in from Kansas City early in the season. And I struggled to understand why we did not utilize him in our offense. Yes, he was good on special teams, but I would like to have seen him being utilized in the offense. And I'm glad we're starting to see that being used here. Take a look at it right here. Let it run. He wins his route. Easy delivery for Bryce Young. Got plenty of separation. Easy throw for Bryce Young to deliver it with a fucking laser down the middle and let Smith-Marsette get a little bit of yards at the catch, and he's able to muscle those defenders to get some extra yards. So let's start to utilize Smith-Marsette even more, man. I'd love to see how we use him next year coming into like a new coaching system, a new scheme and all that stuff. So let's see what Marsette can bring to the table for these next 2 games that we have left in the season and throughout next year. All right, fast forward to this play right here, fam. Let's talk about the good and the bad of this play right here. This play was kind of bittersweet. So let's take a look right here at the bottom of your screen to Smith-Marsette. Smith-Marsette, we just talked about this guy. So let's look at how they used him in motion right here. So take a look at the bottom of your screen. Pay attention to number 11, Smith-Marsette. Look at how they use him in motion. I love this motion concept right here because you want to use your fastest guy to sort of create a matchup. Now, moving forward throughout the rest of this play, Bryce Young was pressured heavily, and he had to be forced to make an off-platform back foot throw, and it was a very uncomfortable throw. Luckily, we got away with the roughing call, but still, this play was blown up immediately. Let's take a look at it from another angle. Now, look at Bryce Young. Obviously, you got the motion. Bryce Young, let's slow this thing down. So what happened right here? You got both of our edges are crashed down, so it's not really much room for Bryce Young to really flush out the pocket. He has no step-up lane, so this play is immediately blown up. And look at your guy, Ike Ekwonu. What does he allow? A pressure. Luckily, we got away with the roughing call, but this is not something you want to see from your rookie quarterback, man. You don't want him to get toe up like this. I mean, look at the offensive line. Let's let it run out. Offensive line gets crushed. I mean, they just get crushed, and then their quarterback, as a result, gets crushed as well. Again, we got away with the roughing call. I mean, I think the league is soft now. I don't think that's a roughing call, man. But, I mean, hey, we'll take the call when we can get it. But this play, this was just a loss all around from the offense. I mean, terrible protection. Again, I like the motion that we use from Smith-Marsette. I like getting your fast guy in space. But we've got to be able to protect. I would have liked to see this play develop and see what this play actually was, but we did not have enough time for that, man. So let's move on to the next play. Right, let's fast forward to this play right here. This is actually a really good play concept. I really like how they drew this up as well. So if you take a look at Smith-Marsette, once again, this is another usage of motion from Smith-Marsette. Your fastest guy, getting him to move in space, getting a matchup. So what Smith-Marsette is going to do, he's going to run like a deep kind of post-ish kind of route. Basically, he's clearing the middle of the field right here. He's clearing the middle of the field. So is DJ Chark. DJ Chark is running a straight-up seam. And then you got Adam Thielen, who's running behind him, who's, I guess he's trying to clear this route. I don't know if he was trying to get open on this play, but he was pretty much strapped up on this play. But with all that happening right here in the middle, you got your boy Sullivan, another tight end who is underutilized. He's running like a shallow across. This is going to be an easy delivery for Bryce Young, man. So I'm going to let this play run, and I'm going to let you guys see it for yourself how this play is drawn up and how this works. You got Marsette in motion. Sullivan comes across. You see this whole entire field is clear for Sullivan because he has one-on-one coverage. One-on-one man coverage. Look at how this entire field is cleared. They have to pick their poison, and Sullivan is open as a result of that. That's a beautiful play design, and I love how they drew that up, man. So get Sullivan the ball more. Again, you got protection from Bryce Young. When you get protection, when you get separation for your receivers, this is the result that you get. You get simple reads, simple throws, and you don't have to do too much with the offense. We have got to talk about this, fam. We have got to talk about this. We got to address the elephant in the room. Obviously, we all know our quarterback is not the most sizable quarterback in the league. He's not really the prototypical quarterback and like a 6'3", like a 200-plus kind of guy. So this play right here surprised me. It really did. I didn't think we would ever run quarterback sneak with Bryce Young given his size. I thought they were being very protective and reserved with their quarterback. But I love the play call. I love the gutsy play call. I love throwing the defense off guard because you haven't seen this all year. What defense around the league is expecting Bryce Young to run a quarterback sneak? So again, I like using your quarterback in a situation like this when you got to get short yardages. Let's use our quarterback to duck and get past that line of scrimmage to get that first down. I mean, he's short enough, he's small enough to get lost in that pile. So I really love the usage right here. Let's let this play run. You get Tommy Tremble to kind of give him a tush push. I love the motion with Tommy Tremble. This is actually a good design right here. You motion your tight end behind Bryce Young, and then you give him a push. He didn't need to push because he had already got past the line of scrimmage, but I love this play design. I mean, let's use this more when we need like that 4th and 1, that 3rd and 1 situation. Use your quarterback. Don't be afraid to get gutsy. Don't be afraid to get rough. I mean, this is football. This is a rough game, so use your quarterback more. I would love to see Bryce Young being utilized more in the run game. That also leads to the question, why don't we use read option with Bryce Young? I'm not saying we should use it often. I'm not saying he's a dual threat kind of quarterback, but he has shown you that he has sneaky speed. He can use his athleticism. He can use his legs when he needs to, and we'll talk about it later in the video, but he can use his athleticism. Again, you threw the defense off with a quarterback sneak right here. Nobody's expecting a quarterback sneak because we haven't done it all year. Same thing with a read option. If you line up in a shotgun like they love to do for some reason, and you let Bryce Young fake it up the middle and you let him pull based on that defensive end if he decides to come inside or to contain, let Bryce Young pull and run outside, you can easily get about 2 or 3 yards. We need to see more creativity is basically what I'm trying to get at. So I love the usage right here with the quarterback sneak. Let's see us use Bryce Young more. Let's see us use a read option. Let's see us use quarterback sneak. And let's be sneaky.